Passenger. I'm Christopher. I'm an expat living in Mexico. I've traveled the world extensively. Along with others, we plan to bring you our insights into travel and traveling. We will focus on food, drink, film, and especially opinion. It'll be 100% politically incorrect, and we'll have no problem expressing it to you. Check out our website at coffeepuss.com for photos, film, reviews, podcast, blog, and links. So, please be our passenger. Roll down your window and come along for the ride.
Hello everybody, I'm Christopher, and glad you're back. Today we are going to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Let me tell you a little about Puerto Vallarta first. Puerto Vallarta is a fairly large city. It's not a small, quaint town. It's in Jalisco, Mexico. The average temperature is 86 degrees, so it's hot and humid year-round. The economy is basically a tourist-based economy. It's at least 50%. It's a big spring break city. Poverty is still a problem there. City that you can reach either by cruise ship or by airplane or car. There's no train that goes into Puerto Vallarta. Taxis are regulated. They have Uber, but the food is great, especially the seafood. And one thing I took, the avocados there are great too, but the avocados are huge there. A couple movies have been shot there that you might know, like Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Herbie, Limited. Predator was shot outside of Puerto Vallarta in the hills. There's a lot to see and do there. Church of Our Lady of Guadalupe from the 1500s, so it's been there a long time, and it looks it, and but it's a beautiful, quaint church. I mean, I liked it just hearing the background of it, and the Los Arcos Marine Natural Park. It's a water park. You can go snorkeling stuff over there. They have like dolphins and a couple other things over there, but that's cool. It's like a family vacation if you have your family with you. It probably take you at least half the day to go there. Then there's the Ixtapa Archaeological Zone, and that's over 1,000 years old. So if you like that kind of thing, you can walk all day around there. There's things to see. That's another family thing that you like to do. That'll take you all day to do that. Another thing about Vallarta is the beach, or more like the city, surrounds the entire beach. It's like in a horseshoe shape, and they have beautiful beaches. They're all sandy beaches. There's several different beaches to go to, and they're not all the same. They have these high-rise condos like on the beach, and I try to stay away from them. Most of those are rentals or hotels, and those beaches get flooded in the day, with people. And it's pretty packed. There's also another beach around town called the South Shore Beach. You need a boat to get there. I really like that. We went there. There's the Playas Las, I hope I'm saying this right, Calitas, and that is home of director John Huston. He's a director from the olden days of movies, and he was a founder, put Puerto Vallarta on the map, really. And he's got a big home and tour and everything up that way. They have a lot of tours over there if you want to take them, like jeep tours, kayaking tours, swim with the dolphins kind of thing, bungee jumping. They have shops around town, lots of them. Most of those are in the downtown area. They have ecotourism down there. But basically for me, I was just relaxing, walking around, enjoying the sights, going to the restaurants, had a couple drinks, I really like the boardwalk area, Los Muertos Pier. That's where I hung out. I was in that area. Other things they have there, they have like the turtle farm. It's where they raise baby turtles and release them. And on that release day, it's usually a big tourism thing to go there and watch them release the turtles early in the morning. Places I ate at when I was there, mostly seafood restaurants. One of the ones I really liked was Daiquiri Dick's. They had great seafood there. They had great margaritas there. And they even had a deli. So that's one of the places I went to. Now, remember, there's a lot of restaurants you can go to. I try and check them out before I go. That way, I have an options list of what I'm going to do when I'm there. And the restaurants I want to hit. I never even get to hit all the restaurants I want. But that was one of them there, and it turned out to be really good. We went to another one that turned out to be really good for breakfast. It was called Freddy's Toucan. We had the eggs Benedict, and we got it with smoked pork. Very good, not expensive. We went to the La Palapa on the beach, and they had really good seafood at night, and you could watch a sunset, and it's right on the sand. Great seafood and salads. But my favorite one that we went to, we were only there 3 nights, remember. One of the other favorites that I really like was another John Huston restaurant that he started, and his family, his children still run this place. An Asian restaurant. And it's called Archie's Walk. And it was opened in 1986 by John Huston, and it's an Asian fusion restaurant. We had like lumpia from Philippines and a Vietnamese soup and some Chinese entrees, and it was great. Great service. Everybody there was nice. Really unique kind of restaurant too. There is a lot of shopping there, and the person I was with wanted to go to a fragrance store, and they had a fragrance store there that made customized fragrances, and she really liked that, and it was neat watching them do that. But we didn't really do a lot of shopping, and they got the traditional tourist junk that they sell there, plus they have a lot of high-end shops, a lot of traditional Mexican shops. It's more of a traditional Mexican type of city. It has the Mexican culture and ambiance stamped on it. Yeah. So it's definitely not a cookie cutter city like going to Cincinnati, Ohio or something. It's not a city that you've seen one Mexican city, you've seen them all. This place is a little different, has its own character to it. It's a very hilly along the coast too. The altitudes change right along the coast. You have your coastline, and then it immediately changes, like surrounded. It looks like sort of a jungle type. And it has that, at least downtown, like I told you, it has that colonial kind of feel, but it sort of looks like from an era gone by. But it's not an old city. It's hard to explain, but it's not new. It's not old. It looks colonial. You'll remember this city. It's unique. I'll tell you a thing that we had when we went to get something to eat when we were down there at some restaurant that isn't one of the ones I told you about. I won't even tell you their name, but we go to the restaurant and we sit down to eat. After we ate, they came and gave us the bill. It's not like the United States. We paid the bill, and then the guy came to the table and picked up the tray with the check on it and the money, and turned around and walked 3 steps and came back and says, "Sir, you didn't leave your tip." And I'm going, "What?" I figured we'd just leave the tip on the table or add it to the credit card. But we ended up paying cash, so I just threw a tip on there, and he turned around and came back, was all of a sudden, no, it's a mandatory 25% tip. I said, what? He said it was a mandatory 25% tip. So, I did the math and left him exactly 25% and left. But, it was really arrogant the way that this guy did that and tried to extort a 25% tip out of you. Wasn't that every restaurant didn't do it? The other restaurants I talked about earlier didn't do that. But, when I asked him, what do you mean it's 25%? And he showed me on the menu at the bottom in small letters that how it was a mandatory 25% tip. I went there to specifically relax, take it easy, hang out at the beach, get up late, sort of like recharge your batteries kind of thing. There was a lot of tourists there, a lot of tourists on the beaches, a lot of tourists walking around, mostly U.S. tourists. I met a couple Canadians there, and there's a lot of tourists from around Mexico that go there too. When we were there, we rented a car and we ended up driving around a little, went to a couple places out of town. But once you get out of Puerto Vallarta, I didn't find anything extraordinary, which didn't bother me because we just came to, like I said, to relax around Puerto Vallarta. It's a beautiful city. We spent a total of 3 days there, actually 3 days, 2 nights. It is a very touristy city. It'd be the kind of place you'd love to go to in the winter because it's 86 year-round. If you went when the peak tourist season wasn't on and you went there in, say, March or, February, March, April, I think that'd be great because there wouldn't be that many people there. The prices would probably drop, and you'd have a better time if you were like me and just wanted to relax. They have nightclubs there. They have a lot of bars and restaurants and all of the famous Mexican bars. They have great tequila there. It's funny that you'll be sitting there and all of a sudden at about that you just see these buses coming with all these people on it, and we were sitting in a bar, and then across the street they're dropping all these people in buses. And the buses, these were all like Americans and Canadians and some Europeans, and then another bus would come and drop more. And what it was the cruise ship had landed, and they were shuttling all the people into downtown Puerto Vallarta. I would say they shuttled in, close to 2,000 people, 1,500 people to 2,000. A lot of people. All of a sudden, that place got packed, When the boats arrive, the town gets really thick, and that's on top of the people that are already there. So my... what would I have to find? How would I sum it up and tell you about Puerto Vallarta? I liked it. It's a nice city. Tropical. Even though it's not like Caribbean tropical, it's like, looks sort of like an Amazon kind of feel to it. It is a hilly city with beautiful oceans and unique restaurants. A lot of shopping, a lot of walking, a lot of tourists. I hope I described it well for you, but we'll keep this short today, and then I'll be back in probably a week or so, and we'll talk again. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll leave it there, and I will get a hold of you guys. Some really good stuff coming up, okay? Nice to see you. Bye.